Hey everyone, I know it's been a long time. We have been getting settled in Germany, and probably not traveling as much as we had been in Italy, but we were enjoying our time. I've been trying to do this video for months, and here I am to do it. So I just want to give a bit of information from the trip that we did to the Champagne region of France. We went to Reims, France. We drove from the Wiesbaden area, so it was about a 4-hour drive for us. It was not a bad drive. We got up around 7-ish, give or take, left pretty early, got on the road. I will say, especially for those that are military, DOD civilians, contractors, whatnot, and you have to use like the SOS gas stations, there is an SO right before you go over the border. So probably like maybe 10 minutes before going over the border. So we were able to gas up before going into France. And then that way you don't have to worry about those high gas prices. So we gassed up there going and coming. It's the perfect spot. It's right outside of Kaiserslautern. So, like I was saying, the drive was probably about 4 hours. There was no traffic because, like I said, we got up early, so there was no traffic, going whatsoever. It was a nice ride going down. We stayed at the Holiday Inn in Reims, and I will say the Holiday Inn was very nice. For the price. We did have one issue with the power going out like the last night we were there, but they moved us rooms. They weren't sure what was going on. It was a new hotel. There is secure parking, so you don't have to worry about your vehicle. The parking garage is, like I said, secure, so there's a garage going in. You have to put in a passcode to get in and out of the garage, so we didn't worry about the car. We went because Reims is a part of the Champagne region, like I said before, so we went to go champagne tasting. I will say I was not a champagne drinker prior to going, but I think that's because of the type of champagne I have been drinking. So I learned a lot while I was there. Let's see. The things that I suggest, well, let me tell you about the Holiday Inn, a little bit more about the Holiday Inn. The Holiday Inn was, once we found out, it was in walking distance to downtown. So maybe like a 10-minute walk downtown. There's a little hill coming back to the hotel, but it was walking distance to food, walking distance to the train. So if you want to do like the train or the more like the city train, you could get you could purchase your ticket and ride the train. But we decided to walk because it was very close. There was a grocery store close, like I said, food close. There was a parade going on while we were there, a lot of but you'll see a lot of architectural things throughout most of Europe. So that was very nice. Let's see, it's also close to one of the champagne houses that we did visit, and that was Lansum. We learned a lot of history in Lansum of how most champagne is made. And I feel like once you see one underground, because everything is underground, cold, dank, because it needs to be temperature controlled, you've seen it all. So that was the only tour that we did while we were there at Lansum. But like I said, it was in walking distance. So we probably walked maybe 10-15 minutes at most. To get there, but it's just because we didn't know we were going, and then listening to Google. So, but it was very nice. I will say we went for Memorial Day weekend, which was the end of May. Know before you go. It was crowded, but not that crowded, but they still run different hours at different wineries. And because we were drinking, of course, we parked the car, we did Uber. most of the time. I just download the Uber app. We did the Uber most of the trip, so we didn't move the car at all. But there was a couple wineries champagne houses that we went to that were closed on certain days. So like, for instance, I think we were supposed to leave on a Sunday. No, we were actually supposed to leave on a Monday, and decided to stay an extra day. So the one champagne place we went to, which is called Clinique, I'm probably tearing this French up. They were closed that day. So definitely look at the hours before you go. I would also make reservations. We did not make any reservations. We just showed up. Tattinger, we did not get to taste their champagne, but they also were booked. They were already full, so we could not go on their tour, and they only had champagne tasting through the tour. So the lady was telling us that come the summer, I'm not sure if they had like a new building or what was going on, but come the summer they would have where you could order the tasting only. And so unfortunately we did not get to taste their champagne, but we did do a tour of like not even a tour. We went into their guest shop, there to buy things. We did buy some champagne from there because they were reasonably priced, that we actually haven't even tasted yet, but I have the bottle. Also, Lansom, their tour, like I said, was very nice. And then they had the option, you can get 2 drinks, 3 or 4. We went for the 4. It still was reasonably priced for the 2 of us. The champagne was very good there. We had a very good tour group. So, it made it fun. It was a lot of us, but not a lot, but I guess like maybe 20, 25 people per tour guide. So it made for a very nice little tour, meet new people from different countries. The ones that we sat with, they were actually from England. So, we would talk about England, they would talk about the US, and we would talk about Italy. So it made for good conversation. And the other ones that we went to, Van Raken Pommery. Okay, so I will tell you that one, like when you'll see in the video, it had like all the art out there. So like the big old water shoes are wet boots, and like different things on the outside before you went in. And then when you go into there, you could buy the tasting, but their tasting for one glass was really expensive. And I felt like that area, it was uncontrolled chaos. It was like chaos. There was kids everywhere, turning flips. There was not enough seating. It just was not my favorite. And I probably would not go back to that one. They did have a restaurant that we thought about eating at, but looking at the menu, I was like, So it's kind of expensive. So that just definitely was not my favorite one at all. We went to Ruin Art, was another one. So you'll see when you get there, Venue Clinique, Tanninger, Ruin Art, and the Van Raken Pommery are all in the same area. So like if you were going in a city block, they're all pretty close to each other. Like you can walk to each one if you wanted to. But we did like the 2 one day. So we did Lansom, and then we did Van Raken, and then we came back the next day and did Tanninger. We went to Ruin Art, and then we went to the Clinique. But that, like I said, that one was closed. Their hours were really particular for that venue. But Ruin Art, we went, and we did not have a reservation, as I said. So we went and we did their tasting. They had a tasting that was more like a flight. So we ordered the flight. We sat at the bar. They did have a nice menu. We ordered some cheese and crackers and things like that, chocolate it also had some chocolate on the plate as well. So their flight was really good. They had a good rosé. I am not a rosé girl, but their rosé was, I would definitely go back for their tasting. But I will tell you this, their champagne was expensive. So we did not end up buying any champagne at that venue because the price, like the little bottle was like €50. And I was like, I'm not paying that. So we bought champagne from Tattinger and we bought champagne from Lanson. And I also bought some champagne glasses from Lanson as well. I'll show y'all at the end of the video what the glasses look like and what the champagne bottles look like. So you can get an idea. It was nice. I enjoyed myself. That was my first time to France. My husband been to France before. He went to, I think he's been to Paris or something like that before. The only time I've been to France was through Charles de Gaulle, the airport. And I don't ever want to go through that airport again because it's confusing. And the people that work in the airport was not friendly. So that's neither here nor there. Let me finish telling you about the trip. So we also, let's see. I got my little note cards, y'all, because I don't want to miss nothing. I'm trying to stay on track. So my goal for that trip was to get the champagne, of course. Check. So we did that. And then we went to Paris. My goal was also to go to Paris. So we decided to do a day trip from Paris. I'll tell you, I did not book the Paris train ride until that morning. Because I kept looking at it and there was like no trains. And then when I got up that morning, I was like, well, let me look again. And I actually found a train. I think it was about an hour and about 20 minutes we spent on the train. We did have one stop, so we had to get off the train in one area, and then we took the train into Paris. I booked that on the SNCF Connect app, and I'll put that up so you can see what the app looks like. It was very easy to use, self-explanatory. We had no issues. I booked our train going and coming. You can book going if you want, going and then book your train going back. But we knew we was going to spend the day there. So I was trying to check everything off my list. You'll see in the video, I hit all the touristy attractions and I enjoyed our time there. My feet hurt by the time we finished, but it was a very, it was a good trip. So I definitely would go back to Reims. There are other areas in that Champagne region. The Champagne region is very big, so there are other areas that I also want to see. But since I'm familiar with Reims, I definitely will go back to Reims and then take the train to the other areas. They're very close, so it's a very cheap train ride. So I definitely will do that again. It was a nice trip. So if you want to go and get you some champagne, Reims is where it is. Yeah. So like I said, I enjoyed the trip. There was a parade when we were there, as I said. I ended up having to buy some slides. So shopping in the area is also good. Their downtown area has all the H&M. They had a couple of bra places, McDonald's. We ate at this barbecue place. So it was a little different, as Americans, we're used to American barbecue, but it was decent. I felt safe. There was, you have those people out there talking to themselves or whatnot, but it was a fun time. So if you are looking to go to Reims, definitely do it. It's definitely in driving distance, closer to K-Town. But driving from anywhere, definitely do it because you'll enjoy your time, especially chasing the champagne. So hopefully y'all enjoy this video. Like and subscribe. Always like and subscribe. We're trying to get our videos together. I'm trying to get this video thing together. My problem is editing. If y'all know somebody that wants to edit, then let me know. Drop your information. If I can get somebody to edit videos, I probably post more, but it takes a lot of time. Do have a couple of trips coming up. We are going to see the Steelers, our team, go black and go, in Ireland come September. And then we have a Grenada trip coming up in October. So we're doing a little bit more traveling. We only have a year left here in Germany. So we are going to enjoy our time. Hopefully y'all get to see more videos. Like I said again, like and subscribe. I'll come back and bring the champagne so you can see that in a different video, or not in a different video, just later on in the video, so you can see what I bought. All right, y'all, have a good day. All right, as I said, I was going to show you the things that I got. In most champagne places, or when you are in France, you will get a glass like this. See, it's made differently. If you can see that opening. This is from Lanson. And so it's got their little cross there. And here on the base, you see their name. Oh, maybe not. But their name is there on the base as well. But your champagne will come in a glass like this. Not a big glass. So this is more for a taste, a celebration. You're not getting crunk off a glass like this. But these are glasses that I bought. I did buy them in a set of 6. Of course, the hub is like, you don't need no more glasses. Of course, you need more glasses. I'm buying champagne, so why not get more glasses? So yeah, that is the wine glasses. Like I said, I bought them in a set of 6. They were not expensive. I can't remember the price. I'm sure you can just look that up online. Also, from Lanson, we did buy some champagne. The champagne, they have different years. So of course the different years, the older is going to be a little bit more. They do also on their tour, they show you, like, they keep the years. So they keep a little bit of stock each year. And I mean, we had amazing time. But like I said, we bought the champagne, and we bought the Champagne Lanson, Le Blaq Creation. It came in a box like this. Nice little box. This is fancy. This is a nice box. And then the champagne looks like so. Like I said, this is the Le Blaq Creation. I thought this had the year on it. Oh, it does. This one is from 2018. When you buy champagne, the best thing and what they recommend is to keep it in a dark room so you don't mess up your flavors. The sun, because it's heated, can change the flavor of the champagne even in the bottle, even when closed. So this is the bottle. And then the year is on the back, and you see the French flag there. And the year is there. So it was bottled, like I said, it was started in 2018, and they made production in 2024. So that's for that bottle. And we actually did taste this one, and it was really good. So we definitely was like, okay, we gotta buy some of this, even if we walk back to the hotel. So we bought a couple bottles of that. Also reasonably priced. I'll say it wasn't too bad price. I wish I would have kept some of the price tags for y'all so I could tell you how much they actually were, but it was decent. So I thought I'd buy. And then the one I was saying, Tattinger. This is the one that we actually did not taste, but this is their bottles, or the packaging. They got the big old Tattinger on the side, and their actual bottle. If I can get it open. All right, and so this is their bottle. And this one was, it actually does not have all the information on the bottle. And of course, the information that is on the bottle is in French. And I don't speak French. Sprechen Sie ein little Deutsch, habla ein little Espanol, but French, no sprechen Sie. So yes, that's what the bottles look like. Definitely go. Just want to show y'all what those look like. And I'll let you enjoy the video now. Have a good day again.
It was just two lovers, sitting in a gal, listening to blonde, falling for each other. Pink and orange sky, feeling super childish, no done the clever. Missed call from my mother, I quit you at the night, got no lullaby, I was all alone. With the love of my life, she's got glitter for skin, my radiant beaming the night. I don't need no light to see you shine. It's stronger. We were just two lovers, feet up on the dive, drawing nowhere fast, burning through the summer. Ready on a blast, made the moment last. She got solar power, minutes feel like hours. She knows she with the brightest. Can you even imagine falling like indeed? For the love of my life, she's got glow on her face, a glorious look in her eyes. My angel fly, I was all alone with the love of my life. She's got glitter for skin, my radiant beaming the night. I don't need no light to see you shine.